as a decorated two-sport athlete in track and football. He began his active duty service after graduation from 1998 to 2007. During this time, he served overseas in Okinawa, Japan, as well as combat tour in Iraq in 2007. His service awards and decorations include 2 Marine Corps Good Conduct Medals, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, 2 Sea Service Deployment Ribbons, National Defense Service Medal, National Navy Meritorious Unit Commendation, Navy Unit Commendation, Expert Qualification Rifle Badge, Sharpshooter Qualification Pistol Badge, Iraq Campaign Medal, 2 Letters of Appreciation, and 2 Meritorious Masks. He is also a decorated International USA Track and Field Masters Sprint Champion, winning World War medals in Lyon, France, and Toronto, competing in 4 world teams. He became a world and American record holder in 2017 as a member of the Southwest Winners Masters 4x200 meter indoor relay in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He currently serves as a member of the Tsunami Barbell Advisory Board for Training and Development, which is based out of Columbia, South Carolina. He manages and oversees all training operations at the Body Shop Edge in Brookhaven, Mississippi, working with athletes and clients. Mr. Clark often travels to speak at training seminars, performance camps, schools, as well as motivational speaking engagements. Mr. Clark's talents extend beyond the fields of athletics and training. He's also a professional actor with a film credit for the HBO series Training and work in other commercials and promotional work. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Dedrick J. Clark.
Good morning. Man, this is beautiful. I love it. Just when I got back from Iraq, there was no flags, no parades, anything. It was just me and my buddy just picked me up. And so to see this, I can't let myself get emotional. Too tough. But it's just beautiful. And thanks for having me out. Sitting there listening to these kids, man, it took a lot just for them to get in front of y'all, classmates, teachers, and do the part that they did. And I'm listening like, man, they must not realize how nervous I am. But my fellow veterans, we stood in front of a country and we said, we got your back. So a round of applause for these guys again. So yesterday was the Marine Corps' birthday, 246 years. I don't look bad for 246. We all celebrate that. So to have this day following the Marine Corps' birthday is a beautiful time. Beautiful time to be in America. Now, me growing up, I grew up in New Orleans, 2-sport star, and football was my thing, football and track. There was no doubt in my mind that I was going to college to play ball. Nobody else either, teammates, classmates, it didn't matter. People knew that, yeah, Dedrick Clark he's going to play ball somewhere. So, what I did, here's a stack of letters. I carried these with me from high school. I graduated in 98. This is 2021, and I still have these letters. So I'll just read these names off to you real quick, and then I'll let you know where I'm going with this. Mississippi College, Southern Miss, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Northeast Louisiana, Arizona Wildcats, Auburn Tigers, New Mexico State, McNeese State, Naval Academy, USL Raging Cajuns, Kansas State Wildcats, Tulane, Southern University, University of Hawaii, University of Memphis, Arkansas Razorbacks, Oklahoma State, LSU Tigers. These are all schools I was getting recruited by back in 98. I remember dodging the Marine Corps recruiter. He'd come knock on my door, I tell my parents, hey, I tell them I'm not here. Tell them I'm not here. I don't want to join the Marine Corps. I'm going to college to play ball. And one night after a football game, I spent the night by my brother Mike's house. And there was a knock at the door. I said, man, somebody's knocking at your door. Go see who it is. It was the Marine Corps recruiter. And I heard him walk in, and I was in the room. I was, yeah, how are you doing? Sergeant Vado, United States Marine Corps. I was like, I'm not going out there right now. So, needless to say, I had to use the restroom. So I was like, okay, well, I'll sneak on by. So I walked by, and the recruiter said, who is that? He said, man, it's Dietrich Clark. He said, oh, man, I've been trying to get in touch with him. Yeah, come on in here too, man. Come on in and sit down. And I was like, oh, man. Finally caught up with him. Well, this recruiter asked me a question that nobody had ever asked me up until that point. He said, what are you going to do if you don't get a scholarship? I never thought about that. Never. Never thought that I wouldn't go to college play football. So I thought about it. He said, look, you got options. He said, if you don't get a scholarship, you can come to the Marine Corps. If you do get a scholarship, you don't have to come to the Marine Corps. But at least you'll have an option either way. And I knew what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to just go work at the local grocery store and, you know, after doing so much on the field, off the field. So I said, okay, I'll take your deal. So next year came along, it was the leadership program, so I enlisted. It was my junior year, going into my senior year. So this was my first dose of the Marine Corps. Remember playing the football game, and my buddy Mike, we went on the buddy program, and we had a bad first half. And we were coming off the field, and there was the crazy recruiter standing right there. He said, you get over here right now. You get it together, and get the game. And I was like, this is intense. I'm not even in the Marine Corps yet. This guy's already chewing my butt. So I said, okay, good to go. Well, we went out there and we pretty much wrecked shop that second half. But I felt something that day. I felt a sense of pride developing. It was just a small taste of standards and excellence. So after graduating, 2 days later, I was in boot camp, and I was standing on the yellow footprints. And when you stand on the yellow footprints, they tell you every Marine that came before you stood on these yellow footprints. So now you carry those Marines with you. You carry them forward. The ones who come after you will stand on the yellow footprints. So when they talk about the Marines that came before, now I'm one of those Marines. When people go in, I'm part of that history, the heritage, the culture. So this is not, I'm not here to recruit anybody. They're not paying me to recruit anybody. But understand, your country needs you. Meaning, we need you to be good citizens. You don't have to be a veteran. You don't have to be a pro athlete. Just be a great person. The military is only as great as the people who stand behind us. That's you guys. The stronger you are, the more confident we are, the tougher we are. Because we know, regardless of what happens, if anything happens, somebody has our back. So, moving forward, I served 9 years in the Marine Corps, did my last 7 months in Iraq. I loved it, wouldn't change it, wouldn't trade it for anything. There's a young lady, a couple of years ago, she said, Coach D, I hope you don't take this the wrong way. She said, but you know, I'm glad you didn't go pro. I wouldn't be who I am today. That hit, right? Here it is, sacrificed a lot, but in the process, man, I've had the opportunity to change a lot of people. That's beautiful. And I think that's what veterans, that's what we're capable of doing. We learn these standards and this excellence, right? When your only option is to succeed. and the only standard is excellence. There's no gray area. You either do or you don't. So we do, constantly. So now how do you give back what's been given to you? I give back every day. I build people every day. Regardless of how people feel it, I want them to feel better when they leave my presence. I want them to feel empowered when they leave my presence. We were doing a tough training session this morning before I came, and I looked at one of the guys and said, there's only one way to do this. And he said, what's that? I said, the Marine Corps way. I said, I gotta take the tough road. It's all I know. But I say that to say this. You don't have to choose the hard road by your decisions. You can be a great person and be more suitable and capable of handling things that come along the tough road. Because life is not gonna be easy. It's not. It's gonna be tough times. But you can't quit. You have to push forward. That's why Marines, they say, hey, you know what, you guys are cocky, you're arrogant, all these things. But you know what? You have to have a certain type of mindset if you're gonna lead from the front. If you're gonna be the first to kick in the door, there has to be a certain type of mindset to go with that. So yes, are we cocky? Yes. Are we confident? Yes. Why? We will get the job done. Those are our standards. I'm glad I was a part of that. I'm glad to be a part of this veteran community. We all have our little inner service, heckling. But at the end of the day, we all stood for the same thing. So, thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. God bless America.